Everyone, my name is Sabrin, and I'm going to do a quick overview of the research I conducted during my Intro to Media Studies course this semester. To start, I'm going to do a quick introduction into a bit about myself. I'm a 22-year-old student studying at the University of Ottawa. I was born and raised in and around Barrie, Ontario, and originally attended Queen's right out of high school. After spending a year there, I decided the program wasn't a good fit for me, and I should take some time off to figure out my future plans, which is what eventually led me to the University of Ottawa's communications program. That leads me to the location in which I conducted my research, which was mostly done right here in Ottawa, with the exception of the few times I did my research while visiting my hometown. I then conducted my research by taking the time to properly interact with different types of media, reading them over, and giving some time and thought into the main subject or message that the media was attempting to convey, as well as how the content made me think and feel. I then formulated my thoughts and feelings into words and submitted them as a field report. One of the next subjects I touch upon in my research report is who my hero is. Although it may be a corny answer, my hero is always going to be my mom. She's the strongest, most resilient, kindest, loving, and most beautiful woman inside and out. She has always been my rock and raised me to always believe in myself. Moving on, I would like to display one of my favorite artworks I created while doing these reports. Pictured in this slide is the very first collage I had made, and it's my favorite for two reasons. The first being the excitement and enjoyment I had while creating it, and the second is because I truly believe it represents me. For all the projects conducted, media played a very important role, not only in how we interacted with it, but it also made me realize that perhaps I spend too much time on my phone. Shown here is my daily screen time from November to September, averaging out at approximately 5 hours a day. Another important aspect of my research were the poems we were asked to create. With these poems, I realized my poetic truth, which conveyed two important lessons. The first, I shouldn't quit my day job to explore a career in poetry, and the second is that I'm much better at expressing my thoughts and feelings using different forms. Moving on to my research methods, we can see in this slide a portion of a coding chart which I put together for the purposes of this research report. I used the coding chart to analyze the data and organize it neatly in order to see some of the common themes and patterns. Some of the common themes and patterns in my media is the subject of the media I interacted with. In my coding chart, most of the emotions included are negative, as many of the articles and media I included and interacted with for the purpose of this report were media that triggered negative emotions due to its content. Looking at the research I conducted, it seems apparent that my world is filled with sad emotions and negative stories, and that my timeline reflects that. I know firsthand that that is not the truth. I am a very glass-half-full person. However, media that captures my attention the most is the type of media that details upsetting events, as I want to be in tune with what is happening in the world, which seems is very negative. However, this research has made me realize that I need to fill my feeds and algorithms with more positivity. The research I have conducted is important because of what I have realized upon compiling my research together. Firstly, it made me realize that there aren't only negative things happening in the world. There are numerous amazing things that happen every day, and I should seek out more information about those events. Secondly, my research showed me that in order to be more present, I need to cut back on my screen time and live and enjoy the moments happening right in front of me. My research is also important because it taught me that my feelings and thoughts on different subjects matter. They help me to understand the subject better, as well as walk away with a different perspective, having learned something new. It is important to acknowledge and explore the thoughts and feelings you have when interacting with media, as it can give you a new perspective, a new lesson, and give insight into things in your life that may need to be changed.